Good morning, it's today again. Welcome back to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph and I store 20% of my income in the form of rare coins and precious metals. With how high the gold prices reached recently, a lot more are looking into fractional gold. Well, today I'm going to compare the 1/4 ounce gold and the sovereign. So let's get into it. Congratulations to Maestro's Metals for being the first to comment on yesterday's video. Y'all go down into the comments to find him and start a conversation. Today we're going to be looking at the old circulated British sovereign compared to a 1/4 ounce American Eagle. And we're not looking at them in the eyes of a collector. We're actually going to be talking about stacking these. Even though these have a very large historical significance, and you could find examples dating all the way back to 1817, we're going to be looking at what the average cost of a sovereign might be if you just got a random year one, and how that compares to stacking 1/4 ounce American Gold Eagles. Right now on an online dealer, a 1/4 ounce American Eagle is $1,257.40, and a British sovereign would be $1,085.21. For the Eagle, that is a 11.2% premium, and for the sovereign, that makes it 3.2% premium. At the coin shop that I work at, we charge an 8% premium for 1/4 ounce Eagles and a 3% premium for world circulated or European gold. That is not quite much of a difference for the sovereign, but it does make a pretty big difference for the Eagle, and that's the number we're going to use. At my shop, it's going to be $1,205.46, but for the sovereign, it would be $1,082.52. You can see how talking about this in percentages makes the math a lot easier. So remember, the American Gold Eagle is going to be a 8% premium, and the British sovereign is going to be a 3% premium. So why such a big difference in price? Well, the thing is, they're not both a 1/4 ounce of gold. The 1/4 ounce American Gold Eagle clearly is a 1/4 ounce of gold, but the British sovereign is only 8 grams. And right away you're thinking, well, a 1/4 ounce of gold is 7.77 grams, so what gives? They're both 22 karat gold coins. That means they're only 91.67% gold. And when we weigh them, they weigh more than the amount of gold that's in them because they do contain the copper as well. The American Gold Eagle does have a little bit of silver, which gives it that more yellow color. But when we weigh them directly, we can really see how that compares. 8 grams of 22 karat gold in the sovereign and 8.5 grams of 22 karat gold in the 1/4 ounce Eagle. This is only a half of a gram of 22 karat gold, but it makes a significant difference. This makes it so that the sovereign contains 0.2354 ounces of gold, and the American Gold Eagle is clearly 0.25 or 1/4 of an ounce of gold. And here's the thing, because of the difference in price, you would be paying $122.95 for that half a gram of 22 karat gold. And you might be thinking, well, yes, it's a higher premium, but because of the buyback rates, it makes it worth it, right? Well, let's take a look. My shop will pay 98% for a 1/4 Eagle today and 95% for a sovereign. So let's do the math. At 97%, the offer for an American Gold Eagle would be $1,082.68, and the British sovereign at 95% would be $998.44. But it's a lot easier if we just look at the percentages. 8 and 3% would equal an 11% spread, and 5 and 3% would equal an 8% spread. So immediately you're looking at a 3% difference. This would mean that if you were buying an American Gold Eagle, you would have to wait for 3% more movement in the gold price just to break even. So I just want you guys to keep in mind that there are multiple options even when you're looking at the fractional size. There is the American Eagles and of course even the pure 4/9 fine bullion, but there's also world circulated gold close to the sizes. A British sovereign, a $5 gold coin, even a 10 guilder from the Netherlands or a 20 franc. The options are almost endless. So if you like this type of content or just the idea that I was talking about today, let me know down in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, share the video to someone you think may like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And to my long-term subscribers, thank you so much for your continual support. If you haven't already, go to my website, josephsreserves.com, to check out my merchandise, my coffee mugs, the coffee itself, and my zip-up bags that I have for sale there. But most of all, thank you so much for watching. And just remember, every ounce adds up. So no matter how small, just keep stacking.